Hey music fans, as a roadie I had this great opportunity to tour with all these bands. I wrote a book about my experiences on the road and it was the #1 new release on Amazon and Bios and it's now sold millions of copies on Kindle. I'm Joel Roadie and this is my podcast, Party Like a Rock Star. Okay, we've been following along. We did the original version of this track. Then we did the Kiss version of this track. Now we're going to do Tommy Johansson, who just covered it today. This is a bit of his homage. It's a thank you to the guys of Sabaton. If we don't know who Sabaton is, Tommy was in Sabaton. So I think this idea is to say, hey, thanks, guys. You know, it's got to be very difficult. I actually did a whole video about Tommy leaving Sabaton. I did it mostly because I have so many subscribers, which is cool. They like Tommy too. And leaving your band, that was a big deal. These are your brothers in arms. These are the guys you work with. It's the same as you guys leaving your job, you know, that you've been at for 20 years and you like a lot of the people that work there. But sometimes you just got to do your own thing, you know. And so I admire that because it's scary. When I decided to stop touring, I didn't want to be roadie anymore. It was scary. It's hard to put on your resume that you worked for Poison. They want to talk to you about Poison, but they're not going to hire you to run their office. so your options become, you know, a little bit more limited. Tommy wants to focus on Majestica, his band, and some solo stuff because I think he's doing really well with it. And so I hope he kicks butt and continues to do so, of course. And thus far, some of these tracks he's been coming out with weekly have been really cool. The John Denver one, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan, and I loved that. This is more what I would expect Tommy to do, honestly. It's a very guitar-heavy song, and this dude is a heavy-hitting guitar player. He's super talented. What I'm intrigued about, I loved the keys in the original version, and I'm wondering if he brings any of that element into this. If you notice, it is the original version title. It doesn't have 2 at the end like Kiss, nor does it have the N. So it makes me think that he's going to maybe go a little bit more Argent on this, but we'll find out together. The runtime's a little shorter. It's over a minute shorter than Argent, so maybe it is more like the Kiss one. We'll see. The guitars in this obviously, well, I guess obviously isn't fair. I would assume this was a big influence on Tommy, but maybe not. You know, I don't know. Gary Moore was, which is very cool. Just saying that because I wanted to mention Gary Moore. Let's jump into this track together, guys. I've been talking too long. Let's do this. subscribe to Tommy Johansson. Also subscribe to Sabaton if you guys have not already done so. It was difficult this because I was enjoying the footage so much. I'm thinking Tommy would make a really good music video editor. Maybe that should be his plan B if for some reason he gets tired of playing the guitar amazingly. So some of the footage here was really fun. I liked where he ran across the stage and kicked the guy. I thought that was good. I liked the little Tommy shimmy. Big dudes can shimmy too. That was funny. But right out of the gates, that guitar solo was just awesome, and I got excited. I'm like, oh, this is going to be so good, so good. I think much more like the Kiss version. And that first version, I love that piano player. I missed him being kind of left out in the rain in a couple of these, well, in the Kiss version and this version. But he was so good, that fella. But this was just a fun thing to watch in that it's leaving on a high note, I think as well. It's not just a really good cover. And I wanted to at one point like close my eyes so I could focus on how good this cover was, how great this track is. But the footage was too much fun to watch. And so I think we'll have to listen to this on maybe Spotify. I don't know if Tommy puts his stuff on Spotify so we can focus on how good of a job he did in not just editing fun material, some cool stuff, some neat pyro in there too, by the way. It was noted for the pyro guys. Anyhow, what did you guys think? So we had 3 versions here. Which version was your favorite? What were the elements that you liked so much? I made it clear I loved that piano, and I wish it came back a little more. I said it a bunch. I'm not a massive Kiss fan, so I don't know if I like Tommy's better than Kiss, but he definitely pushed for that wonderful chorus, which is what's made this song so famous for so long. I gotta check, are the Argent dudes around? It'd be interesting to hear their thoughts on all this stuff. How did they write the song? Such a great hook, that kind of stuff. So anyway, I really liked this. I pretty much always like Tommy's stuff, but this one's cool. It hit home in that it shows you that the guy's a good dude, leave on a good note. And he might go back one day. You never know. Doors open, doors close, doors open again. So anyway, what do you guys think? Clue me in. Share the fun. What did you like? I can't say what did you dislike because, come on, what's wrong with you? Thank you, guys. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Hey, the podcast is over. What are you still doing here? Well, while you're here, like and subscribe. Thanks.